Ah, Palm Springs. Mountains, palm trees, glitz and glamour. From Bob Hope to Frank Sinatra, mid-century modern to Mediterranean, Palm Springs has it all. But some of it needs help.
I'm Larry, and I am gonna flip this house. Yeah! On this flip, I decided I needed a designer.
We really do have great chemistry, and that is half the battle in a project.
Now what we need is a contractor. Hey, let's see what's going on at the house.
Welcome home to Palm Springs, Partners in Design. It takes a team to make the ordinary extraordinary.
When I met last week with our outdoor partners, talked about the pool, the landscaping, and that outdoor kitchen, and Carol and I chose some great tile for the floors in the house. And now we need to choose tiling for both the master bath and the kitchen. So we walked around Mundo Tile, taking a look at all the different tile. There's so many options here. It's just amazing.
So what we'd like to see now is tile for the shower, and we'd like to do the 12 by 24s. You know, obviously again in the porcelain.
Okay.
And stagger it. Just keep it simple, you know, streamlined, not a lot of accent, and then a simple pan.
All right, I think I have just the tile for you.
Oh, great.
Okay.
One of the things I was suggesting is, you know, the 12 by 24s are quite popular now, and the great thing about them is we can do them vertically or we can do them horizontally, and you can still get a great look either way.
Carol, I'd like to show you this one. It's a 12 by 24 porcelain.
Yes.
I think the color is really good.
Yeah. Oh, the color's perfect. Yeah.
And like I said, we'll do it, you know, vertically, so
Okay.
they'll be staggered,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you know,
Yeah.
straight up, and then just a nice simple shower pan.
Okay.
But you know what?
Yes.
Before we do this,
It's the spark again. You don't know about this, but she gets this little spark in her eye, and then she has this great idea.
so
Okay?
let me just show you one other thing that I've done that's really cool, that I think you're gonna like. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, you know how I love texture. These are just so spectacular.
We have texture. You've got your water line. You can go vertically, you can go horizontally, and then you have your concrete look again.
I know, a little too industrial now.
Okay, so it can be a little industrial.
But this here, I have done before, and it's so fabulous. I know, it's the great.
Yeah.
But what's great about it is, you know, the shower, right? So it looks like rain,
Yes.
or it looks like water.
Yes.
But then I've done it horizontally, where, you know, it looks like waves.
And it's subtle.
It is. It's
not
very subtle.
in your face.
And it's easy to
very
clean.
subtle, very
Because
easy
everybody
to clean.
asks, can we clean? I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Can we do it both ways? In the shower, do it vertically, and behind the tub, do it horizontally?
That could be cool, yeah. Yeah, because, we're doing some wainscoting because we're putting in, you know, one of the
Is it
freestanding
wainscoting
tubs.
or wainscoting? I've never
You know, it could be
It could-
potato, patata,
Exactly.
tomato, I don't know.
Wainscot.
I say
California.
wainscot.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so that would be beautiful too. We could do that. One could go horizontal and put the beautiful white floating tile in
Great,
front of it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That would go very well with the concrete tile.
Yeah,
Yes.
great.
So, yeah.
All righty.
Beautiful. What's next?
On to the kitchen countertops
Okay.
and backsplash.
All right, Mary, I'd like to show you a quartz product, very popular right now.
Okay, so why quartz?
Well, quartz has an antibacterial effect, which is easy to maintain.
Okay.
Also, the consistency is better. If you were to get a slab, which you can do, it's going to have more variations and its stain properties. So we wouldn't really recommend it for a kitchen.
Okay.
So in comes the quartz, which is wonderful. I think you'd like that. Be happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see any colors there that would work.
Well, we've been talking about a few. So, and Vidara is a nice,
It's a
quartz
great
product.
quartz product, yes.
No, but I mean, it's price point wise, it's
It's
middle
actually
high.
the best price point that I have in the showroom.
Oh, great.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
Love it.
Yes, perfect.
yeah, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's a couple
so
that
many that I
know
see I like.
exactly, exactly. Well, a couple of things that we had talked about, Larry. If you remember, I had chatted with you about doing the island because we're enlarging that island. Well, we're enlarging it, and I had suggested that we do the island in one color and then the long countertop in another. So a couple of things that we've looked at. This, of course, would be gorgeous. And Larry, you have our floor with you.
I'm doing Sherpa duty today.
There you go. So if we do go with this grayer,
think
it
either
works.
one.
It works with
Yeah.
either one.
Oh, it does.
It really, really does. So if we did this darker, Now, you can help me be Vanna.
Sure, absolutely.
And then this whiter on the
What do you think?
countertop with a beautiful backsplash.
Uh-huh.
That would be gorgeous. This is another one too.
I knew you were going to try and convince me to do two tones.
Well, this
I
was
kinda
another
like
one
it.
too. It has a little more movement in it. I like the brightness of this one though.
Right, because I think that this in the backsplash will be like, wow.
Exactly.
And yeah, so I do like that.
Okay, well then let's take this white one. I don't think we need to carry that one, Sylvia, because that's on the island. Let's take this white one and go look at some backsplashes.
All right.
So we have some backsplash options over
Carol,
here.
hold on. I found it. Look at this.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
That is so cool.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I hope you like it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that would be so beautiful.
What do you think, Sylvia?
I love it.
Isn't that great?
Yep.
I found
bright.
something.
I love
that
it.
looks
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
together.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
We immediately found what we wanted for kitchen, for the island, for the master bathroom, for the bar, and for all the secondary bathrooms. So that was very easy to pick. I'm really excited about the island. We're gonna do a waterfall edge. It's gonna be amazing. Coming up next, Rick from Azure Pools and Spas is going to show me a 3D model of the pool. I can't wait. Rick called from Azure Pools this morning and told me that the 3D simulation of my backyard and pool is ready. Oh, this is gonna be really exciting to see.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
So you'll see it changes with true shadows to daylight, to evening, to night shots as well. There's the spa right there.
So the sound that I'm hearing, is that from this, or is it from the
It's
spa?
a little bit from the spa, but the water feature.
Okay.
I thought that having the perimeter overflow spa, or you can call it like an infinity spa, most people relate to,
Yes.
out the window connecting with the pool when you're standing back.
Okay.
I think that's going to be an awesome effect. Kind of a wow factor because you
Yeah.
don't see a lot of that.
Yep.
And then the fire bowls, I thought would be a really cool idea.
I love those fireballs. So I think you listened to me, because
Thank
you have everything that I wanted and more. Some things that I never even thought of, like like we had talked originally, putting that spa in the middle. I'd always thought of it on the end, more toward the master bedroom side.
I know you were kind of thinking that, but I wanted to shift gears a little and see if you were open to that idea.
I'm so okay with that idea.
At certain times of the day when the sun's setting or
Okay.
the shadows are different, you'll get like a mirror image on the top of that spa.
Okay.
So it's a really cool reflection.
That is so cool.
And then I did add the fire pit in there, and I don't know if you're
So
if
that's
you wanted one, but I thought I would just kind of showcase it. To see
That's
if
the
you
one thing I was
wanted
going to
something like
say. I don't think I wanted. I have a fire pit today. I never use it. I've
Okay.
turned it on one time, but those fire
Right.
bowls, those have to stay. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like wow, and you
Awesome.
totally get the wow factor. And I love that fountain.
I'm glad you like that because I think that'll be a really neat feature.
Yep.
It's kind of hard to
That's
explain.
what that backyard needs.
Yeah, it's hard to explain until you really see it.
Right.
And when you have company come over,
If you had said fire
always-
bowls to me originally, I'd been like, oh, I don't need those. Now that I've seen them on here, I want those fire
well,
bowls.
that's what's so awesome about this presentation, doing the 3D.
Yeah. It
people-
really helps you
Yeah.
visualize exactly what it's going to
Not
look
everybody can visualize it, so
like. Yep. That
it doesn't get any better than
really
that.
made it clear.
Well, that
Yeah,
sounds
other
good.
than that, I love the rectangular of it. I like how you put the benches on either side of the spa, because we want to look at the view, we want to look at the mountains,
With that view, it's perfect.
and that'll be perfect.
I love benches and pools.
Yeah.
It's always a place to hang out.
Love the stairs coming down into it. It's just like it's such an entrance into the pool. So
Yeah,
I
it's
love
very,
that.
very inviting that way. So,
Yep.
I'm glad you like it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I can't wait to pick out the tile and the actual
Yeah,
pebble
I'll-
finish that we're gonna do.
I'll help you with that stuff.
Okay, and
Give
you're
you
gonna
my
help me with.
opinion.
Okay, I definitely want it after seeing this.
Okay.
You're an artist, so
Thank you.
thank
very
you
much.
so
I
much.
appreciate
It's
it.
so beautiful.
Okay, awesome.
Let's see what new ideas we're going to get today from Carol on design.
Today we're going to talk about furniture placement. People really, really struggle with that. A lot of times I will get a phone call after somebody has gone to a retail establishment and thought that they could purchase it themselves, and then they get it home, it's either too big, it's too small, it just doesn't work. And a lot of times you can make anything fit on a 1/4-inch scale. It looks wonderful. But the truth is, the scale and the bulk of something when you get it into the space doesn't necessarily work, even though it fits on that 1/4-inch scale drawing. So a couple of things. One is you want to find your focal point in the room. Whether that's going to be your fireplace, whether it's going to be your television. Most people today, it's the television. But then the scale of the furniture is key, and especially the traffic pattern, because you have to be able to maneuver through the room. You cannot, block the traffic area. You have to be able to get through the chairs, to the sofa, around the cocktail table. So placement of furniture is really important too. And the other thing is, you don't want a room to be flat. You want the room to go like this. So when you're finished with it, you need to have like maybe a sofa table with some lamps on it, a floor lamp on the other corner, so that the room goes like this. You just don't want a room, you don't want all the furniture the same height. Would be nice to have some chairs higher or a sofa higher and the other chairs lower, whatever it is. But the scale and the bulk of it is really, really key, along with placing it for the traffic pattern.
When we come back, to flip or not to flip? That is becoming the question. So I'm really excited about the tile samples that we got from Demundo Tile, and I'm sure you know which one I love.
Yes.
As I'm caressing it.
No, it's fabulous. We wanted to get that concrete look.
Yeah.
This is the color that's going to represent that. We love the size.
The size is perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be terrific.
I'm really excited to see this go down. But what else I'm excited is to introduce you to our contractor, Francisco from Carrera Brothers. I met him through my real estate agent, Robert, with Robert and Tracy Real Estate, and I think you're going to really love him. Oh, here he is. So finding a contractor for a flip, it's kind of unique. You want to stick within your budget. You want to make sure that you find somebody who can do it in the time frame that you need to do it, because obviously my money is going to be all tied up in this house until I can sell it. So I interviewed a few people, talked to a few contractors. Nobody really grabbed my attention, and I was talking it over with Robert, my realtor, and he said, I have the greatest guy for you. And I met him. His name's Francisco with Carrera Brothers Construction. I met him. I knew immediately, just like I knew with Carol Adolph, that he was the right one for me.
I've heard wonderful things about you, so I'm really excited.
Francisco, you should tell Carol, the whole backstory, how you got into construction.
Well, we started first with my father. My father's the one that pretty much pulled our ears and told us what to do. He's the one he worked for a lot of contractors. So we noticed that he was working a little bit too much. We didn't get enough time to see him. So me and my brothers decided to say, hey, if he's showing us what to do, why are we letting him work for these guys? Let's start our own company. And sure enough, that's what we ended up doing.
Oh my gosh.
There's 2 other crazier brothers, so.
Oh, that's great. So there's 3 Carrera Brothers.
Yes,
Yep.
Fabulous. Fabulous. When I met Francisco, there was, again, instant chemistry. He's just a sweetheart and very friendly, very open, because sometimes it can be challenging when designers and contractors work together. But I didn't feel that or see that at all with Francisco.
Carol and I have already done a little walkthrough. Do you want us to
of course.
give you the 2-second tour?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than 2 seconds. So let's start here in the bar, because obviously there's a few things that we want to do. We want to keep this general shape, but obviously we're going to put new countertops in. Okay. I think we'll just paint the existing, because we go back and forth on this, whether we're going to flip this house or whether I'm going to live in the house. So. And I don't know the answer yet.
Okay. And you're still not going to know that answer.
And I still don't know the answer, yeah.
I'm pretty sure once we finish, you're going to say, you know what, I love it, or let's flip it.
Honestly, what I think is going to happen is I'm going to take my house, and I'm going to take this house and put them both on the market, and whichever one sells, I move to the other one.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, so just general countertops. I think we'll paint the cabinets, we'll replace the knobs, because they're wood, they're kind of
and
ugly.
when you say countertops, what do you have in mind? Quartz, granite?
Yeah, we're going to do quartz. We decided we're going to go quartz.
That's more of the modern thing to do right now. So
Exactly.
Yeah. We had a nice trip over to Demundo, so.
Okay, so they're supplying the tile and the countertops, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So let's talk about the living room, and let's start with these arches, because the arches are old-fashioned, right?
Yeah.
They have to go. So we just want to square it up as much as possible.
You don't like them?
No, I hate them. I know you don't like them either.
No, I don't.
I mean, 18 years ago they were great.
No, they were.
Now they're
At
not.
one point.
Yeah. But now they just take up too much room, block everything off. I want it
Okay.
nice and
And it's just a
open.
different look, so we don't.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, it's gonna make it look a lot bigger, you know? We
Yes.
just put them square and stuff like that, yeah? I think that's a good idea.
And then your fireplace.
Yeah. In my dream world, I would really love to flip that fireplace because on the other side is the master bedroom.
So you wanna completely flip it?
Yep, just flip it. Keep the same box and flip it.
Don't you just like throwing curveballs?
Well, and it's gonna have to tell me what it's gonna cost me, if there's, extra, whatever I might need to do, and then I might, make a different decision. But in Larry's dream world, we get to flip the fireplace. I've always wanted a fireplace in a master bedroom, so let's go over into the dining room because I want to talk a little bit about what we want to do in there. Coming up next, we've got some tough decisions to make, but we're one step closer to completion. Okay, dinner is served in this room. So not a whole lot going on in here. I think what we'll do is we want to take this wall back as much as possible. So just make it more open.
Okay.
And then these 3 niches, I'd like to just drywall them up, kind of old-fashioned. And what do you do?
Yeah, there's too many holes.
Right. Yeah, and then what do you do with them? Then you're forced to put junk in, and I want it more streamlined.
Right. Well, I had suggested that we do some faux beams here.
Oh,
Because I think that would be a nice look. We can have 2 going this way and 2 cross that way. It'll just add another dimension. The ceiling's so high here, I don't want it to feel so cavernous,
So what's your opinion of that?
I think honestly it would add a lot of character to this.
I knew you were going to like it. More money for Larry to spend.
But the truth is, and people need to know, it's really not a huge expense, and I think it's a lot of bang for the buck that you get out of it with the faux ones.
I like low bang for the buck.
Yeah, it is. It's a great look.
Yeah, and I think the last thing then we want to do in here is just open this doorway into the kitchen as wide as we possibly can. There's one cabinet on top and on bottom, so I think we take that out and then just open it up as much as we can, assuming we can do it.
Yeah, if the structure allows us, I'm pretty sure we can.
Okay.
Well, let's go take a look at the kitchen, because there's a lot of things we'd like to do in there.
Lots to do in here.
So, Francisco, you know what? Actually, why don't we start with this doorway, because we just mentioned it when we were in the other room. I think it'll be great if we could just take out this one section right here, and it will really open up the entrance into the kitchen.
And those are such small cabinets, so I'm not going to miss them.
Oh gosh, no. And I think that you'll be able to tell us if it's load bearing or not.
Okay, yeah. Take out those 2 cabinets, countertops, make it bigger. I'm pretty sure it could happen. But,
Yeah.
I hope so. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
but you'll let us know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the counter, because it's such a big focal point. Larry and I had talked about taking it down to the 36-inch height
Okay.
and extending it a little bit, not too far out, because we don't want to interfere with the traffic that goes out to the patio door.
Okay.
So if we could get it into the 50 inches, range, we'd like that. So, and of course, we've been talking about doing a quartz top versus granite.
Yes, I think quartz would be a lot better.
And we're going to do, a new sink, of course, one big large sink.
All right.
That type of thing.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. What if you have the space? Okay. What if we make a waterfall with this?
What's a waterfall?
A waterfall is that when you see the quartz, it continues. So when you're looking at it, it's like a waterfall. Like it drops straight down.
Oh, so the quartz just
Yes.
continues on down? I've
Yes.
seen pictures of that.
Yes.
I love that
Have
idea.
the space. I think it would look very, very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
What do you think?
I think it'll be fabulous.
Yeah.
I think the two of you talked last night before you got here.
He had suggested that we take that quartz, which we're doing, as a waterfall all the way down the side. That is such a magnificent look. I can't wait for people to see it. It really is. It's a stunning look. So that was a great idea. Then there was some doorways that, like I said, everything that was rounded, we wanted to square off. And there were several doorways that Larry and I had talked about opening, larger. And Francisco said, if I can do it, we will. Well, I was a happy designer. Then, of course, back here, we're going to do a backsplash instead of taking the quartz all the way up. We both don't like that look.
No.
Yes, very dated right now. So I would say yes.
Yeah, so we're going to do a nice backsplash. Again, the quartz countertop. And then basically, we're keeping the shell, the boxes
Okay.
of the cabinets, but we're going to do new doors.
Yes.
And we've been chatting about different finishes. whether they're stained or they're painted or whatever, but we haven't established quite the color yet.
So you guys mean like refacing?
Refacing.
Yeah,
right.
just putting new doors on it,
Yeah.
definitely.
I always tell people if the box inside is good and there's no damage to
18 years,
anything,
and they've never been used.
okay.
And then the fireplace,
Yeah.
as you can see, it's curved.
Yes,
But
I see the-
With
I
that
think
big
it's fake.
hearth.
I think it's fake. And so basically, we would like to just take that all off and have it just a straight
Just square.
wall.
Okay, so that's two curves that you're throwing at me. First it was that first fireplace, now the second one.
Yeah, we're touching both fireplaces, but I think it's just drywall, right? I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully it all is.
Once we open it, we'll see how the structure is and
Right.
stuff like that, but we'll cross our fingers.
Because in my dream world, I'd be able to put my TV over the fireplace so that I can see it from in here, you know.
Yeah,
from-
it would look a lot better. It is kind of, in instead of being a little bit out towards
Right.
the left so you can see it a little bit better.
Good.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to shop at Perch, the greatest place to shop for appliances, bathroom fixtures. I can't wait. Now you've met a few of my partners in design. He's been spending my money.
That's what we do. Contractor, designer, yeah.
I think you guys did know each other before this.
I really like the choices we. Oh.